We're almost going to be singing Happy New Year. But we're here. Thank you for being here. I know you all have a purpose as we do, and it's for our children. And let us begin with calling the meeting to order, invocation, and pledges. Roger?
Thank you. Please stand if you're able. Lord, as we begin this meeting, let us pause and remember why we're here, to serve every student and family with wisdom and care. Tonight, we offer a special blessing for our principals. In this Principals Month, we honor their leadership, the early mornings, the late nights, and the countless decisions made for the well-being of students and staff. May they be blessed with wisdom and clarity as they guide their campuses. We also hold close all of those who are touched by breast cancer. For those in treatment, may strength and hope meet you each day. For survivors, may resilience continue to lift you. For grieving families, may comfort find you. And for caregivers and medical teams, may endurance and compassion be yours. We further like to acknowledge Domestic Violence Awareness. We stand with our survivors, seen and unseen. May those facing harm find protection and trusted hands to help. May our schools provide a safe and welcoming environment to those who need it. Guide our conversations tonight. When we disagree, keep us respectful. When our choices are hard, keep us student-centered. When our path is unclear, keep us grounded in what is right. We ask all these things in your name because through you, all things are possible. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have a fun night of recognitions. Jenny?
Good evening, everyone. I will begin with our students of the month. Would Elm Creek Elementary Student of the Month, Colton Zane Solahub, please come forward? Solahub. Solahub. Colton is a true leader both in and out of the classroom. He inspires others not just with his words, but through his everyday actions. Colton is always respectful, kind, and supportive. He looks out for his classmates and encourages them to make great choices. In class, Colton gives his best in every subject. He's curious, hardworking, and loves making connections between what he's learning and what he already knows. He tackles challenges with determination and a positive attitude. Colton's kindness, dedication, and leadership make him an incredible role model for his peers. Congratulations.
Good job, Colton.
The student of the month for Southwest High School is Sherline Martinez. Sherline. She is a true leader for the Southwest High School Band, serving as the drumline captain for the marching band. Along with these responsibilities, she plays with the Youth Orchestra of San Antonio and the Southwest High School Jazz and Concert Bands. Her band director, Mrs. Ball, says Shirlene is always hardworking and motivates her classmates. Along with an outstanding member of the band, she balances dual credit courses and maintains high grades. After high school, she plans to study music at the University of North Texas. She truly shows what it means to be a dragon. Congratulations.
If I could have their principals please come up, or assistant principals, whoever's representing these wonderful individuals, please come up. I have to tell a quick story, Colton. I used to work with your grandma. I used to work with Helen Smith, one of the finest people I've ever met. Your grandma is amazing.
Oh, yeah, she's
You
a
know that?
director.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Right here. Go ahead and hold your. Yeah, just like that. Ready? And big smile. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Great. 1, 2, 3. Right there. The other one's different.
friends or family of these wonderful individuals, will you please stand so we can recognize y'all? Great job. We're very proud of you. Okay, y'all can have a seat now. We're so proud of you. Yay.
Next up is our Rising Stars. These students have shown incredible growth, making positive changes and improving attendance. We are confident that their hard work will continue to have a positive impact on their entire school experience at Southwest ISD. Would Crewald Road School of the Arts Killian Welsh please come forward? And Scobie Middle School's Genevieve Gaitan.
Somebody told me it was formal.
Wonderful. You shake their hand. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, you're welcome. Absolutely.
Genevieve Gaitan from Scobie Middle School.
Great job. You look sharp.
Thank you. Right here. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Your certificate. If you'll shake their hand. Come and stand right here so we can show some more pictures, okay? You're gonna take this picture.
Great
like
job, Ms.
this.
Gaitan.
Oh, beautiful. Look at that beautiful. You like the little. If the principals of these individuals are here, if you will please come up. If the principals of these awesome individuals, come right here, sweetheart. Awesome, awesome. Perfect. You come stand right next to him. And we'll be right here. Beautiful. Ready? Cheese. Cheese. Yes.
Wait, one more.
You like a lot of pictures. We're proud of you.
Great, and big smile, 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
Great job. Thank you.
And now we'd like to recognize some fine arts students. These students had their artwork selected for the Texas Art Education Association's 2025 Texas EdCon Tazza Tasby exhibition. The showcase featured amazing artwork from pre-K through 12th grade students all across the state. Pieces from multiple districts were on display at the conference held at the George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston in September. TAEA is proud to give students the opportunity to share their creativity and highlight the importance of art in our schools and communities. Will the following students please come forward? Allison Molina from McNair Middle School.
Let's take a picture, sweetheart. Oh, okay, right here. You get 2 certificates. Awesome.
Smile, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, now one for Mr. Flores too. We're so proud of you. These are for you to keep, and then you're gonna shake their hands right here.
Chloe Martinez from McCullough Middle School.
Good job, Allison.
Congratulations. We're very proud of you. Yeah, right here. Right for your mom. Wonderful. You will please shake their hands.
Cameron Canellis from Southwest High School.
Good job, Chloe.
This is a picture right here.
Big smile, and 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and right over here. And then you can go down and shake their hands.
Aubrey Casaneda from Southwest High School.
Good job. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Shake their hand.
Mhm.
Wow, all girls.
Good job. Proud of you.
Yes, of course. If our teachers could come stand
Castañeda.
We'd also like to have our fine arts director join us. Perfect. We got everybody? We all- Okay, perfect.
And then Richard.
Ready? Big smile and 1, 2, 3.
If the family members of these fine individuals, will you all please stand so we can recognize you? So proud of you. Keep up the great work because y'all are very talented, very talented. I think I forgot to ask the parents of the rising stars to please stand up. So if your child received the rising star for the attendance, please stand. We really do want to recognize all our parents because without your support, it's a team effort. So we thank all our parents for this team effort. So thank you all very much. I think we have a few more though.
Yes, yes. Southwest ISD is proud to announce that our district has been recognized by the Mexican American School Boards Association, MASBA, with 2 prestigious awards honoring our ongoing commitment to excellence in education and student well-being. The first award, the district received the Outstanding Mental Health Initiative for our Southwest Care Center, which continues to serve as a vital resource in supporting the emotional and mental well-being of students, staff, and families. This recognition highlights our district's proactive approach to creating a compassionate, supportive environment where every student can thrive. Would Joanne Sandoval, Priscilla Vomero, Lori Perez, and Mary Lou Hernandez please come forward?
Thank you for Thank you for
Thank you so much for all you do for us.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Lord, for everything.
Just keep smiling.
Thank you so much.
Will the family members of these individuals? Will the family members of these individuals please stand up so we can take Let's take a picture.
You want to hold it?
Middle.
There you go. Big smile and 1, 2, 3.
Very good. On 3, say burger with cheese. On 3, 2, 1.
If Mr. Vasquez could please help me with this next award. In addition, Superintendent Dr. Jeanette Ball was honored with the Outstanding Superintendent Award, celebrating her leadership, dedication to student success, and commitment to equity and community engagement. Dr. Ball's leadership has guided Southwest ISD in building strong partnerships, innovative programs, and a culture of care that reflects our district's mission and values. And could we also have the rest of the board please come take a photo with Dr. Ball?
We need to go around and shake our hands first.
Outstanding superintendent.
Mr. Diaz, can you- in between, yeah, there you go. And 1, 2, 3, big smile.
Can I also please have senior staff, because I couldn't do this without my team. But with all of y'all too. Do this without this amazing team. The board is absolutely fantastic here at Southwest, and the team I get to work with is fabulous, so this is truly a team, so thank you all so much.
Oh, no, I don't see it. Yeah. Pretty good, okay. Ready, and big smile. This side, can you actually on the other side of Mr. Chris? It doesn't scare me that well. Yeah, Mr. Chris. Right there, right. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. One more.
That's it. That's it.
Okay. That's recognitions, okay. Anyone sign up?
Yes, sir. Okay. So let me read the public hearing rules of engagement. When addressing the audience during the public forum, speaker's commentary must adhere to the following. Everyone must model courtesy and respect. Speakers shall not employ profane or threatening language, nor shall they engage in any personal attacks. The public has the right to make critical and harsh remarks. However, the expectation is that the message delivered by the speaker is done so in a constructive manner with a collaborative purpose. Speakers are expected to respect both the decorum of the public meeting and the authority of the board. In accordance with Board Policy BD Local, the board should not deliberate or respond to any subject that is not included on the agenda posted with notice of the meeting. Speakers who have signed up to speak on a specific agenda item must focus their own comments on the posted agenda item. At this time, we have Mr. Juan Alvarado, who's going to come up and speak, and he will have 5 minutes once he gets to the podium.
Cynthia, you can come up with him.
It won't take long. I know you have a busy schedule. Good evening, Dr. Ball, board members, and senior staff. I stand before you today deeply honored and profoundly humbled to have a school bear my name. It is not only a tremendous privilege, but also a reminder of the values I've always strived to uphold: education, community, and the belief in the potential of every student. I want to sincerely thank the school board for this incredible recognition. Your decision means more than I can express. And I share this honor with the mentors, colleagues, students, and families who have been part of my journey, which is my daughter, my wife, and my son-in-law. A school is more than just a building. It's a place where futures begin. I'm grateful that my name will be connected to a place that will inspire learning and growth and hope for generations to come. At this time, I would like to present Dr. Ball, the Board of Trustees, and senior staff with a token of my appreciation. Also, I would like to congratulate Dr. Ball for being chosen Superintendent of the Year, Mount Masba. Very proud of you, Dr. Ball.
Thank you.
So if the members of the committee will come forward, they will present a little gift to you all. Okay, we have the foundation committee that's forming to raise funds for the school. Okay.
We'll figure it out. You still remember who we are?
We haven't changed.
Mr. Jesse Garcia and Mr. Philip are presenting the gifts.
He's Philip's daughter. Wow, guys.
Or if we could come up front with Mr. Alvarado and take a picture, maybe you don't mind taking out your gift, and if you feel comfortable wearing it.
Oh, it's a hat. Maria's coming out.
And then senior staff, if y'all will also join us for this picture.
Is that good enough for you?
It's beautiful, Ms. Alvarado.
Thank you so much for letting me present this. Okay,
We're gonna put you in the middle, we're
let me
gonna
get
take
my
a
walker.
picture.
You didn't bring the cat? You didn't bring the cat?
Do you want to wear this one for the picture? We're gonna put this for the picture. There you go. Perfect. Oh, that's beautiful. Everybody's in. Okay. Can you, am I rocking anybody?
Can you, this thing? Yeah, that's good. All right. Ready? And big smile. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Step away. Go ahead. Everybody say Alvarado. Thank you.
Okay, would you have Friday night football game? Would you have Friday night football game? Oh,
You gotta get his comb.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else, Brandon? Okay. At this time, it appears everybody that wanted to leave left already, but if anybody would like to leave at this time and not stay for the rest of the meeting, will not be as exciting as the beginning, we'll excuse you at this time. Ready? Okay, we'll continue our meeting with item 6. Oh, no. I'm jumping too far. Item 5, consent agenda. Board members, you've had that before you. Anyone have any questions? Want to pull any item?
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented to us. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Okay, now item 6, items of information, construction update. Where's the man? There he is.
How you doing? Good evening, Central Office, I'm sorry. So tonight we have Bob Skowarczyk and Andrew Pettis here to just give an update on the Central Office and boardroom.
All right. Dr. Ball, Mr. President, board members, and senior staff, good evening. I'm Andrew Bettis with RVK Architecture, and we're here to give you a quick update on the central office. So jumping right into it, we always start with our exterior rendering. So this is, with the end in mind here. And then additionally, you may recall at the last board meeting, we had a couple of conversations about building signage. And so I am pleased to report that I do have it for you this time. So I apologize for last month's little snafu, but we've gone ahead and taken care of that. So we have 3 areas of signage, and then we're looking at another sign on the site that I'll talk a little bit about. But right now, what you're seeing here is the words administration building that have been added to the front. And so when you're coming off of the main drive and driving into the parking lot, this will be the first thing that you see on the building there. We've also added some signage to the main entrance to the boardroom so that people can find that and make their way in there as well. And then a little bit less exciting, but the far right corner of the building, we've got the number 400, which is the building to identify for fire.
That's for Thomas.
I'm sorry?
That's for Thomas.
Yeah, that is for
We need to
Thomas,
have a
exactly.
number.
And so one of the other components that we had talked about at subcommittee was the monument sign. And so while I don't have a pretty rendering for you, I do have a little picture of what that looks like. So this sign may look familiar for those of you who have seen a similar sign at Southwest Elementary School across the street. So we've modeled that after this, and it will say administration building and boardroom. And we're going to situate that as you're coming into the parking lot as well to help everybody out. So look for that to get added a little bit later. Going into our general construction update, these are photos that were taken and shared by KenCon, thank you, on October 13th as we make our way around the building. So the biggest difference you're going to see is a lot more of the exterior materials, including the composite paneling being installed, and then a lot of the paving is in as well. So as we zoom out a little bit, you can start to see the parking lot taking shape with the fire lane swooping around the side of the building there. More images of the parking lot with striping. We're starting to see some of our trees come in as well. Another bigger view of the parking lot and some of the main driveways that separate those parking areas. As we round about the building, you can see the fire lane that leads into the concrete pavement that goes in between the 2 little buildings there. And then as we make our way around, you can actually see that the turf is being installed on the backside. So that's artificial turf that's currently in process, if not already complete.
Yeah, it's complete.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So a lot can happen in about 8 days. So as we finish our trip around the building here, you see the area that I had identified that will have that sign. And then on the far right side will be that number 400. And then just some more of the parking lot there. Then we get down onto the ground level. So you can see, again, the SWISD and the shield as we round the corner of the building here. Prep for grass is ongoing with the dirt area that you see there. This is more of that finished fire lane on the back side of the building here. So we've got a nice concrete lane for you there. When we get inside the building, you can see the foyer area and then that decorative light. So the biggest difference between last month and this month is now all that tile flooring has been installed. We've been able to take all of the protection off of the railings up on the second level as well. When you get into the first floor area for business and finance, you can see all the carpet is complete. KenCon has been working incredibly diligently to get their punch list items done. You can see a lot of the little blue pieces of tape on the ceiling in there. And then on the second floor, the curriculum and instruction area is just about complete with the shades shown down about, a quarter of the way there. When we get into the boardroom, we've been able to uncover the dais, so you can see that nice wood stain finish there with the green paint on the wall. We're also working on getting some signage on that wall as well, and so stay tuned. We'll have something for you on that. And then on the back side of the boardroom, you'll notice that the doors have been installed in the larger conference room area. Looking at project detail updates, through the 14th, we were about 98% complete with irrigation, landscape, turf being installed, that composite cladding, and then the final cleaning and contractor punch list at the interior. But I think I've saved the best for last. I'll let Bob let us know what the status was.
So we received the certificate of occupancy today
Yes.
at like 1:30 this afternoon.
And,
It's all yours.
and that is
Joy.
the full certificate, so not even
Right,
a
not a
temporary one.
temporary.
So excellent job, Kencom. And that's everything we've got for you this evening, unless you've got any questions for me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we did.
So some of our next steps is now it's furniture. So we have furniture coming in the 27th, right, Dixie? Yeah, and that'll take about 3 to 4 weeks to put it all together. I think we're still, access control should be done.
It's in process
If
right now.
processed, finishing up technology issues, and then we're going to create a plan, timeline on how we're moving everybody over. So that'll come later, but we're pretty excited.
Next up, we have Juan Alvarado Elementary and Honell is here, and Brad is with Joris to give an update, and I think he's got something to show us.
Awesome. There you go. Oh, the glass. We got glass.
Good evening.
All right.
At the building committee, we talked a little bit about colors that are happening at the front of the building. And we discussed how at the main entrance there's colored glass at the library, actually. And so I wanted to show you a little bit
Pretty heavy.
more close-up rendering that shows you how the glass panels are going to actually work in the face of the building. And you can see it's not every panel that has colored glass, but we have different colors of glass creating splashes of color across the face of the building. And so what we have here, the actual glass samples, those are the actual colors of glass that you're going to see in the building.
Yes, very nice.
That's better, thank you.
I knew there was color in there.
Yeah.
And this is how it looks from the front of the building.
We don't need them. We don't need them.
Yeah, that's.
No, you don't want
really
them?
what we wanted to see
Okay,
in
go
a
back this way.
picture like that, but does it look good?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's see how Brandon looks behind the blue.
Behind the blue. Matches the
Well,
suit.
the reason we brought the samples is because that gives you a better sense of the saturation of color in the glass. Because, the rendering might not really reflect that.
Oh, there, that principal.
Thank you.
This is also to point out that there's also going to be an opportunity for color at the playground area, which will be very clearly visible as you're going across Titan Crossing. The playground is right there. So that also kind of makes a statement, this is an elementary school. So you're all familiar with the floor plan, a little bit about work progress, currently about 45% complete. There's a lot of work going on from different trades. You can currently see that there's roof decking, spray foam roofing is going on. We have waterproofing and the sheathing install going around the perimeter of the building, cold form metal framing, and ongoing MEP and rough-in and in CMU installation as well. This is an overall picture of what things looked like last month. And this is what it looked like a couple of weeks ago. So you can see quite a bit of progress. This is looking at the interior of the gym. Again, you can see that it's starting to take form. This is looking into the cafeteria. These windows, large windows, overlook the courtyard area. So you start to get a feel for the space. This is more of an overall looking at the A and B two-story wing, and you can see here all of the concrete deck for the second floor is already in place, and the roof deck for the second floor is in progress. This is looking out from the main entrance. This will be the entry vestibule, and you can see the two-story volume. Doors will be down here. And this is looking at that interior of that library area. As you can see, the framing starts to give you a sense of where those windows are going to go that we were talking about. So currently still on track to be done by mid-May. And we have a drone video.
I like you got it the first time.
Wow.
Oh, did
Any questions?
It's looking good.
Thank you.
We're all very excited. George is doing a great job.
I agree with George. It's a great company, very supportive of the district.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions?
That's pretty much it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all we have? Great. Okay, board members, your monthly tax report.
Yeah,
Anything-
we ended the year right at 98.5%, so we're shooting.
And
Start over next month.
financial report. Anything you want to add to that, Brendan?
No, I guess I would say, in the fiscal year, we're still going through our last audit part of this. But we were anticipated to possibly be an 8 to 9 million out of fund balance, but it looks like it's closer to 3.5 to 4 at the end of this last fiscal year. So I think it's going to be better numbers for us. The revenue came in really great. It helps when you're a growing district. But we still have some work to do, but it's a lot better picture than it was this time last year when we were talking about fund balance and running in the red.
Investment report. Gifts and bequests. People stop me if you have any questions. Enrollment report. Looking good. Purchases over 100,000. School Health Advisory Council Annual Report. Anything to touch?
Yeah, we do. We have a presentation by Billy. I think she'll be coming up in just a few minutes. She does a wonderful job leading our SHAC committee. So we're very proud of the work that her and the will do. So happy to pass information.
Thank you, Linda. We are here today to deliver the annual report for the 2024-2025 school year for the School Health Advisory Council. Did everybody get a copy? Yes. Okay, perfect. All right. It's an informational report this go around. We don't have any recommendations to present just yet. We'll be attending another board meeting for that, but this is to give everybody an update on what we did in this last school year. So we're going to cover the goals for the 2024 to 2025 school year, our activities and accomplishments during the school year, recommendations that we did make the last school year and that were implemented and currently rolling out or rolled out last year and still rolling out this year. And then finally, our goals for the 2025 to 2026 school year. So we had three primary goals last school year, and that was to start our review of the puberty education curriculum or resources for our fifth grade boys specifically. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and that's still ongoing. A goal to expand substance abuse prevention, really focusing on fentanyl awareness, which again, I'll give a little bit more information on. And then also looking at broadening our vaping and cannabis prevention programs district-wide. And then enhancing student safety education with the rollout of 2 Ransom Life programs that are centered around human trafficking curriculum, education and awareness. For the 2024-2025 activities and accomplishments, we did present or recommend to the Board of Trustees for the human trafficking curriculum, and that was approved. Fentanyl awareness curriculum, again, that was recommended and approved as well. We'll talk about some of those details. We reviewed some DSHS videos on vaping prevention, a program called You and Me Together, Vape Free, that curriculum. Guidance and Counseling is currently working on an awareness program for vaping in conjunction with Chief Palomo. Introducing the puberty education. So we did look at, we evaluated On My Way, A Healthy Futures of Texas, and Straight Talk curriculum. We have a few more that we're evaluating this school year before we present options to the board. Enhanced mental health support. So we got several presentations from our CARES. So it's so nice to see them getting recognized for their work, because we've had the privilege of seeing several different things that they've done and giving us education on self-harm awareness, mental health awareness, suicide prevention, sharing the crisis response team, contact information, all of those things were done this last year. Wellness initiative. So we learned about the Warrior Health Challenge, partnered on the Kids Teaching Kids 21-Day Health Snack Challenge, improved nutrition standards, getting those healthy vending machines in, and then addressing some of the energy drink selections that were in there. Strengthen communication strategies. So working with district communications to ensure that we're getting parent engagement through newsletters, really taking advantage of like the text that just went out for the fentanyl awareness while we were in here. Social media, the app, things like that. Reviewed the student insurance programs, which was something that one of the parents had brought up, and just making sure that that the parents in the district are aware of kind of the limitations there and what the options are as well. And then just ensuring policy alignment. So we reviewed the TASB policy update 124 regarding parental consent for human sexuality education. Did not recommend any changes to the board for that, just reviewed it to make sure that we were all on the same page. In terms of recommendations that we did last year, we had the fentanyl awareness curriculum. So that was following the passage of Tucker's Law. So at August 7th meeting last year, the committee unanimously recommended that we present to the board the Catch Fentanyl Awareness Curriculum in conjunction with the Dead on Arrival video. That is something that we recommended would roll out in advisory periods for grades 6th through 12th with an opt-out option. The text message that just went out actually for this year was that opt-out form, and giving some parents education on what we're going to be doing this Red Ribbon Week. And then that was committed, just so everybody's aware, completed, I should say, in May and April of this year for the last school year. For the high schools, for Southwest High School and Legacy, that was done during college and career readiness. For CAST STEM, that was done during grade level presentations. And then for the middle schools, it was done through advisory classes. So this year, what we'll be doing is guidance and counseling department will be coordinating it, making sure that we get some counts that we can report back in next year's, because we didn't get counts for that. We just know that it was completed. Any questions on that before we talk about the human trafficking? Okay, so for the human trafficking curriculum, we were very blessed to get into contact with this organization, Ransom Life. They have a wonderful program, and they do a lot of the heavy lifting to get this information out to our students. So originally it was Lures and Lies that we were targeting for middle school and high school. That is an opt-in that we recommended and the board approved back on August 20th. And that was rolled out very successfully. And then in October, Luis Gonzalez let us know that while they were sort of prepping guidance and counseling, the organization recommended mousetraps, which had just been completed for elementary, and we were able to get that implemented as well last year. The board approved that on December 10th. So now we have grades 3 through 5th, third through fifth, sorry, our middle schools and our high schools, all being educated on the dangers of social media, and just, again, just that trafficking, and how they might be targeted, things they need to be aware of, all at very age-appropriate levels as well, which was really neat to see how that organization had rolled that out or designed that. And then we did get counts for that, so you will see that in the reports on when it was rolled out and some of the numbers of the presentations and such. Any questions on the human trafficking program? All right. Our goals for this current school year, 2025 to 2026, is going to be to complete the identification of some of the puberty curriculums that we want to recommend to the board to review. So our goal is to have 2 to 3 that you'll get to review for that, for the, again, the fifth grade boys. And then you can decide if it's something that we are going to implement. Strengthen vaping prevention efforts. We're seeing it just in social media. We're seeing parents really responding to some things that Southwest is posting that have nothing to do with vaping, and they're basically saying, please do something about vaping. And so we're taking that very seriously, and working to see what kind of programs we can implement. And so we're hoping to have some recommendations again this school year to present to the board that we might be able to roll out, especially in the high school and middle school campuses. Finish that rollout to the fentanyl awareness, making sure that we're getting the counts there, and that it's launched well, like we did with the human trafficking. And then something else that we're looking at doing for the school year is launching a student-led podcast. So that was in the last couple of SHAC meetings that we had. That's just something that kind of organically has come about in different conversations that we had. And we thought, trying to get this message out, maybe parents will hear it if the students are the ones that are presenting that information. Coach Wagner said that they've had a lot of success in getting parents to engage with their podcast once the students got involved in it. So we're going to look at taking a similar approach to that with some of these important topics like mental health awareness, the fentanyl, the vaping, social media safety, things like that. So that is what we accomplished and focused on this last year and what we're going to be looking at doing this year. Any questions, concerns, comments?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so
Appreciate your
much.
time.
Okay, bilingual ESL program evaluation.
We have Ms. Mendoza that will be coming to the podium. She's going to share this update on our bilingual.
Can you share presentations? It's the bilingual program evaluation. Good evening, Mr. Board President, board members, Dr. Ball, and senior staff. No, 2 weeks ago, or like to Miss. So this presentation, it is required for all Texas districts to present before November 1st. So that's what I'll be spending a few minutes presenting on the required information to report to the Board of Trustees.
It's in the packet as well.
Yeah, we can begin if you
Yeah.
like. And then-
Okay, thank you. So I'll start with how many emergent bilingual students did we have by the end of the year? So 2,683 EB students. And we have 12 dual language programs or services in 12 campuses, 9 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 1 high school. We also provide ESL services to all in our campuses across the district. We are required to report on our students' performance. So once you see the presentation, one of the first tables includes that reading star performance for grades 3rd to 8th grade. And the way it's organized side by side, the test taken in English by our EB students, and then on the right side, tests taken in Spanish. And those are available all the way to 5th grade. So our dual language students participate in English or Spanish. Part of the information presented also includes how many tests taken by the performance level, so in approaches, meets, and masters. Really want to highlight grade 4. Did really well in the START reading performance. If we move to the next table, we have the STAR math, and it's organized in the same way. So on one side, the English test taken, on the right side, the Spanish test taken. And again, really want to highlight 4th grade. In both languages, they stand out on the results. Thank you. It is number 6. Thank you. This slide shows the science and social studies for grades 5 and 8th grade. And it's organized on the same format. On one side, the English test taken, and then by the different performance levels in approaches, meets, and masters, how many students took that test in English and in Spanish. And this is, again, science and social studies. This slide shows our high school students participating in the different subject areas, and of course, in the spring and the summer. So I'll give you a few minutes to see, but overall, really want to highlight in biology and social studies, our students got 88% and meets and above as well. That's where they did well. So that information is based on the START assessments. The following slide focuses on the proficiency of in English. So this is the TELPA state assessment. So this table illustrates the TELPA's progress and how well our students do in advancing in English proficiency across the different campuses. On the right side, you can see the 2025 targets for elementary, middle, and high school. So this is the domain 3, closing the gaps, and this contributes to 10% of the accountability for the campus via the TELPA's growth points. Really want to highlight the following campuses: Bob Hope, Indian Creek, Spicewood, Scobie, Resnet, and McCullough exceeded the target expectations for the state. And this is a great celebration or another highlight at the end of the school year. We had 190 students from 1st grade all the way to 12th grade that met other reclassification criteria, meaning that they demonstrated English proficiency. On the last slide, it's an approximate number of participants based on all the different learning opportunities offered for teachers, for parents, for different campus leaders. And these trainings focus on language development, So topics such as the benefits of bilingual and ESL programs, instructional practices, how to help our students develop English proficiency, as well as standards on content and language learning. And this last slide, we report on the bilingual exceptions and waivers that will be submitted this school year. So tentatively, we have actually that number reduced in 1 week, so 64 ESL waivers. So these are teachers serving ESL students without a ESL certification. And then 1 bilingual exception, meaning we have a student with a teacher who's not bilingual certified. Last year's waivers, we submitted 96 ESL waivers. The goal by the state was 25%, to reduce it by 25%. I do want to highlight, right, in a joint effort with the campuses, we did meet that goal or exceed it, and we were able to reduce that by 32%. And this concludes the bilingual ESL program evaluation presentation. Just want to take a minute to thank you for your commitment to our emerging bilingual students and to our community. And I'm happy to answer any questions. If you have any.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Okay, item 7. Admin and Human Resources, consider the approval of the amendment to the District of Innovation Plan.
So I have Adrian Ramirez coming back up. As you know, you saw us last month, and as TEA and the legislature keeps adding additional items that we could have some flexibility on, they've also taken away some items that we can't have flexibilities on. So Adrian's here. We've submitted our plan last month, and they gave us some guidance on some things that they would like to see us clean up or clarify for our general public. So he's going to explain those clarifications.
Good evening. We recently amended our innovation plan to add some exemptions that were in response to some requirements that were ushered in through recent legislation. And so we added several amendments, but with that recent legislation, we also realized that there were exemptions that we could no longer claim or that we could no longer benefit from in our plan because the state did not allow us to claim those as exemptions anymore. And I'll go through those here in just a second. So TEA did recommend that we remove those so that there was clarity, additional clarity in our innovation plan. So the first one that you see here deals with proposed library materials. This is actually not an exemption that we're able to claim or that we're able to add to our innovation plan. So that has actually been removed and is no longer part of our plan, even as an amendment. The amendment dealing with e-cigarettes, previously, before this recent legislation, being in possession of an e-cigarette was actually a mandatory offense. It was a mandatory DAEP placement. With recent legislation, it is no longer a mandatory placement. So there's no need for an exemption since we have flexibility to kind of handle those types of incidents in a way other than just placing students at DAEP. Recent legislation also indicates that a person at each campus must be designated as a campus behavior coordinator. For several years, we've actually claimed this exemption. It was actually part of our original innovation plan, and we were able to utilize this. Now with recent legislation, we're not able to claim that as an exemption anymore as part of Chapter 37. So we will be removing, or we are asking that we remove these 3 items from our innovation plan. There is one more thing that we needed to clarify in our plan, and that was that we notify parents whenever there is a teacher in a classroom that is not certified or does not have the certification for that class. Well, we can still employ them based on our innovation plan. we do need to make sure that we continue to notify parents. So I didn't add that since that's not really a removal, it's just clarification. So at this point, we're asking that the board approve these amendments to the District of Innovation Plan.
I move.
A second.
We have a motion, a second, that the board consider the approval of the amendments to the District of Innovation Plan. Questions, anyone? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, sir. Okay, Business and Finance, consider approval of an amendment to the 25-26 compensation plan.
Yes, sir. We got a couple items that we're adding to our compensation plan. A few months ago, we talked to our facilities and maintenance subcommittee about hiring a HVAC helper. We currently didn't have that position on our pay scale, so we created that position. It's a new position. It's because the need is there. So we actually added that to the scale. There is a ACE mentor, one teacher at CAS, part of a program that's getting a stipend for $1,500. So we added that to the compensation manual. Destination Imagination, it's a part of a GT program. That's going to be funded by the foundation. It's $500 stipend for teachers working with GT kids on the special program. So we added that to the comp plan. We're adding some aquatics coaches. These are part-time club coaches because our club program has grown. So we need some additional support there. This will be funded by the club funds that are basically given by the students that are participating in it. So it's not really a cost of the district. It's from the club accounts. We're going to be adding $5,000 to our BMC redirection teachers. These are our behavior teachers in the special education department, creating that stipend. And then we're proposing today to do a winter incentive around Christmas time for our staff. This would include paraprofessionals, clerical, auxiliary, and bus drivers for $750 one-time payment, and then professional staff for $500 a one-time payment, and then our substitutes. Any substitute that works more than 40 days would get $375, and any substitute that works between 20 and 39 days will get $275. Kind of incentivize them to work more days than just a couple of days. And so we're looking to process and do that payment around December 12th. And so we're asking the board to approve the recommendations to the compensation plan tonight.
I move.
Second. We have a motion, a second, the board approve the recommendation of 25-26 compensation plan as presented. Questions, anyone? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
Mr. Board President, may I say something?
Yes, you may.
I would like to commend the board and also thank the board. Times are hard, and the district, Southwest ISD, and the board always does what's best for our employees, and I would like to thank you because I know there's many individuals out there that thank you for this incentive. We had told them that this was something that might not be possible this year. We tightened our belt. We worked hard, as Brandon shared earlier. Our deficit, though we still have a deficit, it is not as big as we thought. We're still not out of the water, but we will get there. We will get there. But I thank the board for doing this for our employees because I know many of them will truly appreciate this. So thank you, board, for being so committed to our employees.
You're welcome. Okay, consider approval of PA intercom replacement at Spicewood Park Elementary. Who's got that? Vouchers.
Spicewood Park was opened in 2008. We're still running on the same PA system there. During this past, like right in the start of the school year this year, it had a major malfunction on the main computer board that's in that system. Due to its age, it's no longer able to be repaired. To fully functional, we've got it to where it meets the standard of what needs to happen, but it's just kind of pieced together right now. So what we took a bid from Lone Star Communication to replace full new PA system at Spicewood Park Elementary. It came back with a price not to exceed $203,690, and that's a full replacement, all speakers, wire, everything on the inside. So we've had to do this at two other campuses recently. Sun Valley was one of them. It seems that unit just got to its life expectancy and has gone out. So this is the only, if we were to do it, if we had done a renovation or something there, we've been trying to pick up and put new fire, new PA in the buildings when we got there, but this one, there's no job currently that's coming up, so we need to go ahead and do this for the safety and security purposes.
Thomas, is there any plan for anything for the complex? The PA there is horrible. And what about Wi-Fi for the complex? I've heard over.
We'll look into it and get back to you on that.
Please.
I know we have looked into the PA system there, so that would be a future project.
When would this be worked on?
It was something we'll have to do during the summer. So I don't think if we could try and tackle it at Christmas, but I'm worried that if we don't get it done, then we've got rooms that are not. So it's probably going to be a summer project. We've also talked about working nights and weekends, so I'm still working that out with the contractor.
Okay.
So our recommendation is the board approve Lone Star Communication to replace the PA intercom system at Spicewood Park Elementary for an amount not to exceed $203,690.
We have a motion, a second, as Thomas just said. Report the award the contract to Lone Star Communications Incorporated to provide and install new replacement PA intercom system for Spicewood Elementary, not to exceed $203,690. Questions, anyone? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes. Thank you. Okay, consider approval, no, we just did that one. Change order number 1 for the Child Nutrition Building 600 freezer addition and renovation project.
Yes, sir. So after a year of arguing with the county, we were finally able to get our building permit. So that did cause us a few problems with some additional labor charges that needed the labor rates that went up during that time. In addition to that, there were some unforeseen conditions. What we believe is the old bus garage may have had concrete paving under the asphalt that extended all the way out to behind Winston's building that we did not know was there. And so when digging the foundation for the new freezer addition, we encountered that. So that was something that was unforeseen. We had already used up the contingency allowance in the project. So the staff is recommending that we approve change order number 1 to Kencon Construction in the amount of $60,000 to finish out that project. And I don't know if y'all have been by there recently. It's kind of hidden from the road, so it's moving along pretty quick. We just needed the county to get out of the way. So
Can we charge them for the increase in labor fees?
I would love to. I'll send a letter if you want to, but I don't know how far that would get me.
Please.
I move.
Second.
A motion, a second. The board approved change order number 1 for Child Nutrition Building 600 freezer addition and renovation project not to exceed $60,000. Questions, anyone? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Thomas. Consider approval of purchase of the above-ground storage fuel tanks.
Yes, sir. This is an item that we previously had. We tabled it. We went out and decided to get 3 more bids. We actually had one vendor basically not bid the fuel tanks. This would be a complete replacement. The fuel tanks, the fuel dispensers, the fleet system, management system, leak detection system, and all the hardware and service. So we have 2 vendors that actually bid at A&A Pump and JF Petroleum. But we feel like JF Petroleum gives us the best value because when we went with AA Pump, they weren't doing a complete turnkey. They wanted to try to salvage some other pieces of our fuel system, and we were like, we want something new. And so we are recommending to the board tonight to go with PSI JF Petroleum Group for the replacement of the fuel tanks and the systems.
I move.
There's a motion and a second. Somebody's got to ask a question because he's up.
No, Manuel, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
No,
Manuel,
he's not presenting. I didn't know he was good.
would you like to share something?
No, I'm just saying that these tanks are 30 years old. They get ready to expire in 2027. So we want to move and make sure that if we don't, then the insurance is going to go higher.
They are going
Thank you, man.
the old stuff.
Yes.
Thank you, man.
And so,
Okay.
once we place the order, it'll take about a year before they finish because they got to order the tanks. And so it'll take about a year before they get the job. Once they start it, it'll take about a year for the job.
Give me tanks for Waterco? Waterco tanks? Where we get it from?
I'm sure. From what I know, probably Fort Worth, the company out of Fort Worth.
Okay, I'm correct. We have a motion and a second still, correct?
Yes.
Okay, any other questions, discussion? Okay. A motion and a second that we approve purchasing 2 above-ground fuel tanks, related hardware and services, full replacement, and full demoing of existing and hauling off for PSI JF Petroleum Group Incorporated. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Sir, the next item, we will go into closed session. We'll come back and we'll need to approve the next one after closed session.
Okay.
Thank you. Curriculum and instruction. Consider approval of library materials for purchase.
Yes, we do have, the Senate Bill 13, we had to go back and implement several procedures, especially for our libraries. And so we do have Laura David here with us to make that presentation.
Good evening, board members, Dr. Ball, and senior staff. Recent legislation imposed new requirements to review and modify our local materials acquisition procedures. So tonight, Curriculum and Instruction through Library Services requests approval of the Southwest ISD Library Materials Acquisition Administrative Procedures. These procedures operationalize the district's adopted board policy EFB and ensure full compliance with the Senate Bill 13 and related state requirements. They provide clear, transparent guidance for how our district selects, evaluates, acquires, and reviews library materials across the campuses.
You're gonna go through the whole thing?
No, I'm just
sorry.
gonna quickly. In alignment with Senate Bill 13, these procedures strengthen transparency and parent access, public review periods, documentation of selection criteria, and standards for collection development consistent with those by the Texas State Library and Archives Commission and approved by the State Board of Education. These procedures apply to all library materials maintained by the district, including campus libraries, classroom libraries, online catalogs, and mobile applications, and any other catalogs a student may access. When selecting resources, librarians ensure materials that support curriculum, promote growth, reflect diversity, meet quality standards, and strengthen the overall collection to engage and represent all learners at Southwest ISD. The document also outlines parental rights to review their child's current and past checkouts, submit written requests for materials that their child may not access, and request alternative titles and access to library catalogs. The development of these procedures involved collaboration among certified district librarians and district level staff, with consultation from regional state library experts to ensure best practices and compliance with all statutory requirements. There is no fiscal impact associated with this item. So at this point, Curriculum Instruction respectfully recommends approval of the library materials acquisition administrative procedures to maintain transparent, equitable, and legal compliance library services for all students and families at Southwest ISD.
So,
Along with that, the two lists that I have up for approval. So we also request approval of those 2 library books from both high schools that have been publicly posted for 30 days.
Questions?
so she's asking for approval. The first one is consider approval of library materials purchase. So that one,
A second.
We have a motion, a second. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. So,
so the
yeah,
way the
I know
agenda
it's
is,
the first one, but there's two different
action
right?
items. One's about the
So-
purchase of the items and the other
That
one
were
is,
listed for 30 days on the website.
that's the first agenda item that needs to be approved.
Okay, and then the part about the parents and all that, that's the second part?
Correct.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so the first motion is that we approve the purchase of the proposed library books for Southwest High School and Southwest Legacy High School as outlined in the attached list that you've all had, and it's been posted for 30 days. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
I just have a quick. So we're approving every book that's on that list that was in the online?
For the two high schools, there was a specific, so the other list from the academic committee that we presented that I talked about, that was just a vendor list. This
Okay.
is actual, a list that was collaborated and curated and went through the whole process for both high schools.
Okay, so not that huge
No,
750?
ma'am, that is no longer
Okay.
on the table.
Okay, then I say aye.
Okay. Once again, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, now,
Who made the motion?
Daniel.
Daniel.
I did.
Flo.
He's a list if you want it.
I already have this.
Okay. Now we have on the table the approval of Southwest ISD materials acquisition and administrative procedures.
That was it. Okay, I second.
We have a motion and a second. Questions, anyone? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion's passed. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Laura.
That's both A and B. Okay, now we want to go special programs, nothing, closed session. Do you have one more thing before I
Yes.
go to closed
I'd
session?
like to invite all the board members to the golf tournament on Friday. If you want to play golf, it's not too late. Please let us know. If you don't want to play golf and you want to just join us for the lunch, we should be having lunch at about 2:00. So,
That's at Olmos, right?
yes. So if anybody would like to join us, there's lots of activities, lots of fall festivals going on. I'm not going to read them all, but because I'll leave one out, but please take this with you. Legacy Theater is having a performance on Thursday at 7. Dragon Drama is having Freaky Friday musical at 7 on Thursday also. On Friday. And of course, we have our football game on Friday.
This coming Friday, they're doing the play?
Yes, Freaky Friday.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, sir, that's it.
Hey, okay, item 11, closed session. We are not going to need items B and C. So as permitted by sections 551.001-551.146 of the Texas Government Code, pursuant to Government Code 551.074, discussion on personnel, administrator employment, resignations, reassignments, leaves of absences, and contract renewals. Item D, pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.071, deliberation and consultation with school attorney regarding possible settlement of anticipated litigation before a special education hearing officer for the state of Texas. And E, pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.076 and 551.089, discussion on intruder detection audit report findings related safety items. We will now go into closed session at 7:18. Come back into public meeting at 8:13. And we go to first to item 8E, consider approval of the district multi-hazard emergency operations plan and active threat for school annex.
Good evening all. So the Texas Education Code and our local board policy, CKC, states that each school district shall adopt and implement a multi-hazard emergency plan to be used at all of our district's facilities, both instructional and non-instructional. This plan must address prevention, mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. Also discusses mandatory safety drills, measures to ensure coordination with first responders and local agencies, and also include measures for conducting safety and security audits every 3 years. And we're actually in our cycle for this year. We'll be conducting those in the spring. District plans must also include responding to active threat events, including active shooter incidents. So we began planning as a district safety and security committee over the past few months, starting in the summer, to review and finalize our district plan and also the active threat for schools annex. A major goal of the committee was to ensure that these emergency plans reflected both campus and district needs. At this time, we'd like to recommend that the board approve the district multi-hazard emergency operation plan and active threat for schools annex as presented for review.
I move.
Second. We have a motion, a second. Questions, anyone? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Item 11A.
I move that we approve the superintendent's recommendation on personnel.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, item 11D.
I move to accept the recommendation of the superintendent and the school's attorney and direct the superintendent and the school's attorney to proceed as discussed in closed session concerning settlement of anticipated litigation before a special education hearing officer for the state of Texas.
I'll second.
We have a motion, a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Anything else?
Yes, I would like to congratulate and thank the board for approving the recommendation of the new principal for our Alvarado Elementary as Denise Hernandez Gonzalez. Congratulations.
Anything else? Nobody. Last chance.
Oh, I do want to clarify the dates for the musical and the black box for Southwest High School. They're in November. It's not Friday. And then we'll get the dates out. Yeah, we'll get that updated.
Okay. Anything else? Meeting adjourned 8:17.